Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Parminder here. Welcome to our today's webinar on SAP Ariba introduction. So guys, thank you for joining today's session. And this session basically would be an overview of the training which we are going to start from the next week. It will be on the same time over the weekdays. So this is a Ariba introduction session where basically we'll be covering the Ariba overview. We'll not be spending much time on going through that what are the topics and other things we are covering that you would already getting from the support team that what is the course curriculum for it. So our today's speaker is Mr. Rohit. So Rohit is in well experienced in Ariba. He's having a 10 plus years of experience in SAP Ariba. He started his journey with SAP sourcing and procurement, MM module. Previously, he has conducted multiple batches on SAP MM, and now he is basically training on SAP Ariba. So he has done multiple batches on SAP Ariba also. So today we'll be spending 1 hour to look on the overview of Ariba, that what is the Ariba solution at a high level and what kind of architecture it is there. So without spending any much time, I'm quickly handing it over to Rohit. Rohit, over to you.
Thank you, Parminder. Thank you so much. Thank you for a nice introduction. All right, so let's start now. So in today's webinar, that we will discuss about the introduction about the Ariba. So we'll try to understand what is SAP Ariba and why SAP Ariba, and whatever the benefits that our customer will get if they will adapt to the SAP Ariba. Okay, so let's try to understand first what is SAP Ariba. So basically, Ariba is the completely cloud-based procurement solutions, and it is completely web-based on demand, and that is interacting between buyers and seller. So basically, we can say that Ariba is that digital platform where that buyer and sellers they can connect to each other just to start their business trading relationship. And from SAP point of view, it is pretty much similar that is with the SAP SRM and SAP MM. So basically, whatever things that we are doing in the backend SAP system in the like a box SRM and in the box MM, so those the same things we can do in the SAP Ariba also. So in overall, we can say Ariba is a completely that is on-demand procurement solutions, and it is providing the features about the procurement activity to support their business. So if you take the examples from the procurement point of view, so whatever the activity that a customer require to initiate the procurement activity, right? So we can say like if a customer they have to buy some product, they have to find out some supplier, they have to do the some negotiation with that supplier, they have to like finalize some term and conditions, and once they'll finalize the term and conditions, they have to sign off a contract, and in the next they can initiate the purchasing activity. So for a complete procurement solution, that Ariba is providing the solutions just to simplify that business process, and the customer take the benefits of the Ariba. So now we'll try to understand, but why SAP Ariba? Because this procurement solutions is already available in the SAP R3 system or SAP S4HANA. So what is the need to adopt this SAP Ariba? So to understand this, let's take a few example. So as you know that at the current time, that customer requirement is growing very fast. So like in before 2 to 3 years, whatever they were expecting, but if you see as of now, their expectation is completely changed. Even we are also the customer as well. Guys, just 1 second, please. Even we are also the customer also. So we can take our example as well. So previously before 2 to 3 years, whenever we are purchasing anything, so we have the dependency on the supplier. So when the delivery will be made, supplier has decided, like when they will deliver the product, supplier has decided, and we also have a less scope to perform the negotiation part as well. But nowadays we are deciding when we want delivery based upon our availability, whatever products we want, and we have the many choice to discuss with the many supplier to receive the best price, right? So this is the one example like the customer about the customer demand. Even we can take another example. So we can take like we can just go like 4 to 5 years back and take the examples of the banking activity. So before 4 to 5 years, whenever we have to perform some banking activity, so what we were doing that time we have to visit the nearby banking store, we have to be in the queue, we have to fill up some form, and based upon the nature of the form, we are able to perform the transactions. Either we have to receive some amount or we have to deposit some amount. But nowadays, those activity is completely simplified. So we can perform the banking activity in 24 into 7 hours whenever we want. So whenever we want, that means whenever customer wants, whatever the customer wants, they can easily perform. So that is that benefits of the digital platform. So same way, even though SAP is supporting this R3 like major ERP system, but still, as per the market demand, they were also thinking like they have to introduce some digital platform so that the buyer and supplier they can connect to each other and they will have the 100% transparency, so the buyer can track that their shipments and supplier can also track their payment part as well. So just to provide this platform, what SAP did, SAP basically acquired this Ariba and they introduced a new platform that is called as the SAP Ariba. So without spending the time on this PPT, let me open one notepad. So there are two parts in the SAP Ariba. One part is called as Ariba upstream, and second part is called as Ariba downstream. So basically, Ariba upstream and Ariba downstream is not a particular module. These are the bundle of the solution. And in the Ariba upstream, we have some bundle of solution that is known as the supplier solution, sourcing, and contract. Same way, we have some bundle of solutions in the Ariba downstream, and those solutions are procure to pay, and catalog. So these are the solutions that is supported by the SAP Ariba in the form of the upstream and downstream. So these are the completely individual separate module and customer are totally free whatever that solutions they want to subscribe. If any of the customer they want to subscribe that a particular like Ariba upstream including the supplier sourcing and contract, they are free, they can adopt. If the customer they wants to adopt for a particular module as well, so they can also adopt a particular module. So for example, if some of the customer they are happy with the SAP R3 or they are happy with the S4HANA, but due to some sourcing activity like RFQ activity, they want to they want to perform the negotiation activity on the SAP Ariba. So they are totally free. They can adopt only the sourcing module and rest of things they can easily do in their backend SAP system. Okay, same way about Ariba downstream as well. So customer are, these are the individual modules and customer are totally free whatever the modules they want to subscribe. If they want to subscribe, they can subscribe a particular module, or if they want to subscribe for a complete Ariba suite, they are totally free to adopt this complete Ariba suite as well. All right. So just to start that any customer like the business process by the customer and supplier to the Ariba platform, so they have to perform some registration activity. So we can say that Ariba has a three component, and in this three component, one component is the SAP Ariba buyer, and second component is that Ariba supplier. Buyer means like that customer who will purchase the products, and supplier that means who will sell the products. And now they have to initiate their business activity on the Ariba platform. So what they have to do, they have to perform the registration activity on the Ariba network. So basically in between the Ariba buyer Ariba supplier, we have the one chain, one platform that is called as the Ariba network. So Ariba network, it is basically this backbone of the Ariba platform, so which is linking to the buyer and supplier. That means whatever the transactions and whatever the information that will supply from the Ariba buyer, I mean by the customer to the supplier, so all the information will be transmitted through via the Ariba network. Same way, whenever supplier will send any information, so those information or those documents will also be transmitted via the Ariba network. So basically, Ariba network is working as a backbone of the Ariba network. And as I said earlier, this is a completely cloud based program. So like I mean that customer, they do not need to like install any hardware or any SAP GUI or any other like technical requirement is not required to work on this Ariba. So they can simply execute this SAP Ariba URL with the help of the internet and any browser. Okay, so like just to start the business, what they have to do from the buyer side, they also have to perform the registration activity. But from buyer side, basically the buyer, I mean the customer, they are not initiating the registration activity. Those registration activity that is done by the SAP Ariba team. So customer has to finalize which solution that they are going to adopt. So based upon that, that SAP Ariba company, they are providing that two credentials to the customer. One credential about the solution, so whatever solutions that the customer they will adopt, and the second credential will be about the Ariba network. Okay, so that is the case from the customer side. And from supplier side, they have to initiate, they have to perform the registration activity. So we will see in detail level how they have to perform the registration activity. So there are two ways to perform the registration activity to become the Ariba network supplier. So one way is that the buyer, they can initiate to the supplier to perform the registration activity. Other way is that Ariba supplier, any supplier, they can also initiate by self, by themselves. This is totally free as well. So they can initiate the registration activity to become the Ariba supplier. All right. So before going ahead, is there any questions from anyone?
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
hey, hi. Yeah, please go ahead.
This is Ayesha. I lost your name.
I'm
Sunil?
Rohit. Aisha, I'm Rohit.
Praveen. Praveen. I have a question. I understand now Ariba is totally connected to the S4 HANA.
Mhm.
It's part of the S4 HANA Ariba because many procurement sourcing contract occurs. But this same Ariba is also going to connect to the external planning procurement system, right?
Right.
So are we going to have discussion on the procurement planning side or no?
Okay. Aisha, first of all, this SAP Ariba is not the part of S4HANA. SAP Ariba is a completely separate box itself. So Ariba is providing the flexibility that we can integrate with any of the system. So if our customer, they have R3 system, or they have S4HANA, or they have any system, either ERP or non-ERP, we can integrate.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Ariba is integrated with the S4 HANA,
Right.
also any other system.
Yeah, right.
So in this Ariba, are we also going through the essence supply procurement planning or no?
No, program planning is not part of this scope.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Basically, for planning, program planning, we have the separate license that is called as the supply chain collaboration. So you
No
know,
SNC, no collaboration, no SNC.
yeah, SNC is not the part of this agreement.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Basically, you know, SNC is not now more, instead of SNC that Ariba has introduced about this supply chain collaboration, SCC. You know, like that there are two type of procurement from the like business perspective. One is the
Yeah.
consumables, and second one is stock procurement, right? And for
Yeah.
consumables, Ariba is supporting this S2P solution. S2P solution means this is your S2P solution, what we were talking about. And for
Okay.
stock procurement, that is talked about SNC, and instead of SNC, that now Ariba has introduced that new module that is called as the SCC, and SCC is stand for supply chain collaboration.
This planning is not here.
Planning will come in the SCC.
Not in this course.
No, not in this S2P solutions.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
So Rohit, one more question. So what is the advantage over ECC compared to Like when you compare this one to the ECC, what will be the advantage or what is the
Okay,
means for this one?
compared to SAP Ariba and ECC, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah. So for that, let's take one quick example. So let's say that whenever we have to create any purchase requisition or purchase order, so what do you think? How long it will take to create a purchase requisition by any user?
Depend like 5 minute,
Yes,
ten
it may
minute. Yeah.
take like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, three
Yeah.
minutes. It depends on the user experience. If user
Correct.
is expertise, they will create quickly. If user is something new, he will take some time. Why? Because the thing is that in the SAP Ariba, we have the is problem, like sorry, in the backend SAP system, the main thing is that we have the multiple fields, and multiple fields are available in the multiple tabs as well. So when the user they are creating the requisition or any document, so they are getting confused that which field value they have to enter, which field value they have to leave as blank, and where they have to where that particular field they have to find, right? So if
Mhm.
in this way, if you see, so customer they are struggling in the cycle time. That is first case, right? Because that is in ECC, the PR accuracy is taking like a very longer time due to this reason. And second, that we can see that the ECC, even though ECC is a very good software and most of the customers they are happy with that ECC software as well, no doubt. But thing is that again, like they are struggling with the I will say like that user friendly skin as well, because they have to navigate the different tabs to find out the fields. Even sometimes they are unable to find out the skin that particular field as well, and they are unable to create the PR, right? So in
Mhm.
same way, if that any company they'll provide you the same like some different software, and from that software, if you have to create the PR, you can create the PR by providing the only one or two full field values. That's it. So if that option will be available, that means that option will reduce the customer cycle time, right? And that will also like improve that efficiency as well. So in the ECC, if that user they are creating that requisition in within 2 or 3 minutes, and if that other box, if they are able to create the requisition in few seconds itself, so definitely he will adopt that part. So same way, Ariba is also providing that option. So for example, let me give you one more quick example. So if we have to buy some product from the e-commercial site, right? So to buy that, it is not required to be expertise. It's very simple. We have to like execute that applications or that URL, and we have to search our products. And once we'll find out our product, so what we have to do, we have to simply add to cart, proceed to checkout. That's it, right? So same
Mhm.
way, Ariba is also providing the same options here. So let me quickly show you. So let's say I have to create one requisition. So now I am on that SAP Ariba. So basically this is the SAP Ariba UI, Ariba dashboard. And once we log in, so based upon our authorization, so the information will be available here. So we can see here, we have the same option. So let's assume I have to buy one laptop. So what I will do, I will execute this Ariba application. We'll search that required products here. I'm just searching for the laptop, and we can see that we have this multiple options available here. Whatever the laptop product that is configured in this SAP Ariba, that option is available. We can see the price, we can adjust the quantity. Just click on add to cart, proceed to checkout. And here we can see this is the PR number is created here. We can see this is PR number is created, and we have to specify only PR title. So for example, I am giving test PR and delivered it. So this need by date is delivered. That's it. And now we can quickly submit. We can see our request is submitted,
Right, right. Okay.
right?
So it's a
So this
user experience actually, more on the user experience
yes,
side, right?
more on the user experience, and even we also try to like brought like lots of functionality. So like if you will ask to your customer, like even they are using that SAP R by 3 or HANA since long time, but on which area they are struggling, so definitely they will say during the RFQ, right? Because in the RFQ, like how our customer they want to leverage that sourcing activity, they cannot be due to the limitations in our backend SAP system. So same way, Ariba has provided the different solution about the SAP Ariba sourcing solution. So with the help of the sourcing solution, whatever the customer they wants, I mean, whatever they want means like when the bidding should be started, when the bidding should be closed, which supplier will participate in the bidding event, and whatever that information that customer they would like to include in that bidding or tendering process, they can do all those activity in the sourcing solution. Okay, so this is also a very good and advanced that is solutions given by the Ariba just to simplify the business process.
Okay. Yeah.
So will it replace ASRM in this case, the
Obviously.
supplier portal?
Yes. I think even you might heard about this like from 2025 that SAP MM and SAP SRM that Ariba is not going to support like
Yeah.
more, and the SAP SRM they have to adopt SAP Ariba, and SAP MM they have to migrate to the S/4HANA.
Yes. Yes. So
Is
the Ariba portal.
is SAP supplier portal supported? For example, supplier storefront, is that supported in Ariba?
I'm sorry, I missed you. Please, can you please repeat again?
See, for example, in Hybris, you will see storefront.
Mhm.
Does SAP Ariba provide that facility to create a storefront for any supplier?
No, I don't think so. That storefront options are available in the SAP Ariba because SAP Ariba is a completely different like a box itself, and that they already provided this Ariba network platform. So that is the digital platform itself. So I think that
I
option
think
is available.
Rohit, hey, Parminder here. I think the storefront kind of functionality you can compare with the supplier catalogs, which they manage through the Ariba network.
Okay. That means you're talking about this catalog, Parminder, right? What we just selected here.
I'm just guessing maybe who asked this question.
So this will be still with the NWBC and PIPO, right? Ariba? No?
Yeah, basically SAP Ariba is providing two mechanisms to like integrate that our system, that backend system. So two things are there. One is that ITK, and second one is the CIG. Okay, so basically ITK stands for the integration toolkit, and CIG is the cloud integration gateway. So now whenever the customer they will have their backend system as SAP, I mean ERP system. So in that case, we have to go with the CIG to integrate. And if the customer they have non-ERP system, so in that case they have to go with the ITK. So even like when they introduce about the CIG, so many customers they raise there's some issue like they already using this PIPO, and migrating to the from the PIPO to the CIG, become very tough challenge for them. So what Ariba did, Ariba also provided some like other option. So if the customer they already have PIPO, they can also use the CIG as well. So no need to replace the PIPO. We can integrate their backend SAP system with the help of the CIG on top of the PIPO. So it will be there.
Okay.
CIG has two options. One is direct connectivity. Second one is the medium connectivity.
Yeah.
Mediated connectivity is through PIPO. Yeah.
Yes. So basically, not only that options are available. So we can have to integrate on top of the PIPO. That means we can use PIPO, and on top of this, we have to use the CIG. That we will discuss in detail level. So basically, in our session, we'll cover the CIG part itself. So we'll discuss whatever the activity that we need to perform to integrate the SAP system. I mean, for if the customer they have the PIPO, or if the customer they do not have the PIPO.
Can we have only the Ariba upstream system implemented?
Yes. That's what I said. Like these are the individual modules itself. It's not a particular that is like a bundle of the solutions. These are the individual module, and customer are totally free. Whatever the modules they want, they can subscribe. So we can take some example. So let's say our customer they are happy with the R3 system, right? But they are struggling with the only sourcing solution. So what they can do, they can only adopt the sourcing solution. And obviously they will ask us to integrate this Ariba sourcing solutions with the backend SAP system. So whenever they will create a request for quotation in the SAP system, those requests for quotation should be arrived in the sourcing module. And in case of the sourcing module, So basically, this is a kind of very important that integration scenario itself. And when that RFQ will arrive in the sourcing solution, so it will create sourcing request, sourcing project. They will perform the negotiation activity, and once they will finalize supplier, that supply information will be available in the backend SAP system.
But do we transferring the RFQ also to downstream, or RFQ will stay only in the Ariba?
No, RFQ will be stay in the Ariba itself. There is no use of the RFQ in the downstream.
Okay, then only once the RFQ is done and once you finalize or award the supplier, the PR will be manually to be created in the R3 or S4HANA. Is that correct?
Yes, you are right. Basically, the PO we can create. So we have the options like once that awarding will be done. So with the help of the awarding information, either in the R3 system, we can create PO automatically, or we can create like a contract automatically as well. So that depends on the customer scenario, how they want to drive.
Okay, got it. But only one question I have is that, assume that if I implemented only Ariba upstream, so then whatever the module I get is the Ariba Bhaiya, nothing but as a front end screen. So, but what about the Ariba network? Even with upstream, I get Ariba network, or
yes. See, whatever module that your customer will subscribe, so in all the cases, he will receive the Ariba network credential as well. These are the very mandatory. And from buyer side, we do not have to do anything. The Ariba company will provide to us, so we'll get. Even if you subscribe only Ariba upstream, you will get.
Okay, got it.
Hey Rohit, I may have the basic question. I was just trying to understand, let's say that if the client has the S4HANA, like logistic module, right? And that runs on the HANA database. So like, what would be the difference, like the basic difference? Maybe I'm kind of new in this, like I never heard about this thing. So, help me out. Like, what would be the basic difference between Ariba and like what they have the S4 system? Because what I heard, like you can do the PREC, purchase order, everything from the S4HANA logistic, right? So I knew that you said that, okay, Ariba has like upstream and downstream system, but what would be beneficial for them? Maybe this may be again, as I said, right, this may be a basic question. So would you just explain that thing?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So yes, you are right. So even that, like the customer, they have the S4HANA system, and like S4HANA system is also not that like a very old solution. That is also the new technology itself. And to simplify that R3 system, that SAP company, they introduced about the S4HANA system. And in the S4HANA system also, they are like they introduced like lots of simplification along with the Fiori apps as well. So we have lots of functionality are available in the S4HANA. But whereas if you see, so we have some challenges still there in the S4HANA system. So I'm not saying S4HANA is not a good system as compared to Ariba. Yes, of course, S4HANA is a very good system as compared to SAP Ariba. But in the S4HANA system, still we do not have the digital platform. I mean that digitalization is still are not there in the S4HANA system, and whereas in the SAP Ariba, we have the digital platform. So for example, let's say that same way, we can take the examples of the RFQ. Do anyone have any questions? All right. So we can take the same example about this RFQ as well. So even though Ariba has provided this some Fiori apps and in that the RFQ functionality as well. So even they simplified the RFQ functionality in the S4HANA system, but still we have challenges. Right. So same way, like how the customer, they would like to drive their like negotiation activity, they still cannot drive in the S4 system, because if after modification as well, still the same options are available with some simplification. So if you talk to your customer, and if you ask them like whatever that challenges they are facing while performing the negotiation activity in the S4HANA system, so they will say the same thing, like they cannot like control like when the bidding should be started. And because see why I'm saying this, by taking the example of this bidding activity, because bidding is not a very simple thing. Even like whenever we are just trying to buy something, so we are also discussing with some multiple supplier. Even in the online or some offline store, we are discussing to many supplier, we are comparing all the price quotations, and after that we are deciding. So from supplier point of view as well, or let me give the example of the IPL bidding. So everyone is aware about this IPL bidding, right? So what do you think? If we have to map this IPL bidding with our S4HANA system, that RFQ functionality, so would we able to map? No. Why no? Because this whatever the bidding that is happening in the S4HANA, those biddings are not the like as a live bidding, but IPL bidding is the live bidding, and live bidding and the competitive bidding as well, right? But in the SAP Ariba, so Ariba providing this feature, we can map the IPL bidding in the SAP Ariba also in the form of the auction, that is called as the auction. Okay, so this is one like differences I would say from the like RFQ point of view. Second example we can take from the other like solution point of view. So that means we can take the example of this like a supplier as well. So let's say that even though that in the S4HANA that we have the options that we can create like a vendor master with the help of the business partner quickly, right? But still if you talk to your customer, so they have lots of limitations there as well. What are the limitations? So if they wants to like evaluate the supplier, they are not able to evaluate, because how we can evaluate the supplier? So to evaluate the supplier, either we have to visit to our supplier workshop, or we have to send some questionnaire online to supplier, and they have to fill those, like they have to submit their responses against those questionnaire. So based upon that questionnaire only will in position to evaluate our supplier. So those options are still not available in S4HANA, but SAP Ariba is providing the feature. So during creation of supply record, if you want to send some list of questionnaire to supplier, you can send, and when the supplier they will submit their responses, they will, that questionnaire will be in the record to the supplier as well. And anytime, like at any point of time, if you want to re-evaluate, if you want to dequalify, I mean disqualify, so that's something we can do in the supplier solutions of the SAP Ariba. So like that we have the multiple differences, like as compared to the S4HANA or R3 to the SAP Ariba.
Makes sense. Thank you, Rohit.
Rohit, if you will just add on, so being working on sourcing and procurement for 5-6 years on SAP S4HANA, what basic difference I see is that S4HANA is good in the procurement side, but the sourcing is very poor in SAP S4HANA.
Yes,
So sourcing is the key strength of Ariba, which whenever it comes to the collaboration with the vendors, whenever it comes to identifying a source, whenever it comes to onboarding a vendor, that requires so many activities, which in SAP S4HANA, we just do out of the system. So that Ariba helps to make all those activities in the system and having a very good live integration with the vendors. That's what is totally missing in S4HANA.
Yeah, Pravinder, you're right. Thank you so much. All right. Any further questions from anyone?
Next question is regarding the integration between the HANA system and SAP Ariba. So do you guys run through the cycles, or only you provide the documentation and say that don't touch the system because
No,
the
no,
system
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So what do you mean by what do you mean like run the cycle means?
So nothing but assume that if I want to integrate the supplier with Ariba system, supplier collaboration, like a SLP module. So whenever the supplier is already awarded in the Ariba, it need to be flown to downstream system like business partner creation in S4HANA. So to do that, we need to do the integration settings. At the same time, we need to test one cycle that whether this data is flowing or not. I took one of the course from Ariba, nothing but like online course like this. So where they mentioned, okay, don't do any change the settings, it will happen, but you follow this documentation. We will only provide the documentation, but don't test it. Don't test it because it is not connected to S4HANA. So what is the scenario here? Do you guys provide even access to S4HANA and we can test the connections, how to configure or something, or how this training going to be?
Rohit, let me
Mainly on the
answer this.
integration.
Yeah. So Shiva, the major difficulty in all of the trainings which we do it in the cloud system is the server access. So any trainings which we provide in SAP S/4HANA, where the on-premise system is, we have fully open system, and anyone would be having a fully open system where you get the access. You take training from us on Ariba, or you take training from anyone else, the same problem would be there. Because the system access has been totally, the cloud system access is totally controlled by SAP. And if you want to run that end-to-end scenario, then basically you need to take a system from SAP itself, and that take a huge amount of cost. So right now in this training, we are not offering any system. What we are going to offer you is that we will give you the link of the vendors who provide the system. Okay, and they are charging somewhere around 6,000 per month for the system access, because it's quite rare and only a couple of vendors are there who provide. And that will also will have a limited access. It will not be having any connection with S/4HANA.
Oh, okay. So in that case, from an integration scenario point of view, whenever you are teaching, so how do you teach? Do you say that these are the steps to be followed? Do you provide a documentation, or how it is?
So I think Rohit, you would be able to show it
Yes.
in your system, right?
Yeah, let me take these questions now. So basically, like whenever we have to perform this integration configuration, so we require this fresh system, fresh and new system, right? So whatever system we are using for the teaching purpose, so those systems are already inbuilt system, and every setup is already done. So for teaching, like that in that during our session, what I will do, I'm doing basically, so I am showing you the configuration step in the SAP Ariba portal. So like we'll see in the SAP Ariba side whatever configuration we have to do from the integration point of view. So we'll see in the system live system. I'll show you that about this CIG portal as well. So we'll see in the live like a CIG portal, and though we're not able to perform the configuration, yes, because these systems are already inbuilt, and of course if we'll like disturb the settings as well, so it will give the impact, because this is that integration between on cloud to on premise. Okay, but I will show the live like how the CIG portal looks like and whatever that options are available, and I will show you like high level configuration part as well, just to in the demonstration way, like yes, these are the activity we have to perform. And since we do not have the backend SAP system that available, that's not available, so that backend SAP system configuration I will show you in the PowerPoint presentation. So basically I prepared one PowerPoint presentation, and in that presentation I have included that list of the activity along the screenshot. That means whatever the configuration activity what we have to do from backend SAP side, either HANA or R3, or whatever the configuration we have to do in the CIG portal side, and whatever the activity we have to do in the like Ariba portal side. So each and every configuration steps are available along with the screenshot. So I will demonstrate in like with the help of the PPT, CIG portal live access, and this Ariba portal live access.
Got it. But you mean to say that 45,000 whatever we are paying, so it doesn't include the access to the system that need to be brought separately. Is that correct?
That's right, Shiva. So that doesn't include the system cost, because system cost is very huge here. So one of the vendor which we are going to give you, that is charging 6,000 per month, but another vendors are too costly. There's another vendor who is charging 10,000 for 90 minutes, and then another option is to go for SAP. They are charging 1,25,000 for 10 hours. So system is really a constraint for us. So this all the cloud system, you will feel a little bit difference of this training whenever you are taking a training on the cloud system versus on-premise. On-premise, we give you a system on very less cost and totally open access. You can play around it. That challenge is.
Yeah. So yeah, I got your point. But only my concern is that okay. So assume that finally we need to go with only one supplier who is providing the system. Otherwise, you are doing the configuration in one system, and if I take it from somebody else, then I don't see the same configuration available, right? So
That's
all
right.
need to
That's right.
together, yeah, go to the same system. Okay, understood.
Right. Yeah, that kind of challenges would be there. We accept it.
Okay, got it.
All right. Okay. Any further questions from anyone?
Hi, Rohit. My name is Dinesh. So I have a question. Like Ariba deals with only sourcing and procurement, or it deals with the goods receipt and invoice receipt also?
Yes, it deals with the goods receipt and invoice receipt as well in the procure to pay solutions.
Okay, so in invoice receipt, we have like OpenText and Coupa softwares available. So it does do validations like Coupa and OpenText.
I think
Well,
yes, I think yes. If the setup is in place, it will do the validation as well with the either Coupa or like OpenText.
So it is part of the VIM, vendor invoice management.
No, that is not the part of the VIM.
Okay. Okay.
Ariba has its own
Yes.
invoice management system.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so we have the options that we can define the multiple conditions in the Ariba side itself. So the validation will be done inside the Ariba only. But yes, if setup is in place, so we can do the external validation as well. That options are also available.
But to make it clear, I want to give one more detailed way. So whatever we are speaking here, procure to pay and catalog in the downstream system where the entire PR to invoice happens, but you have to consider that Ariba only supports indirect purchasing, not the part level purchasing. Part level in the sense material purchasing.
Yeah, same thing.
The material purchasing only happens through supply chain collaboration. It is altogether different one.
Oh, okay. In the not direct procurement.
It's not direct procurement. All this thing upstream and downstream only mainly speaks about or mainly supports indirect procurement.
Yes.
So where you don't have a part number at all.
Okay. Okay.
Even we have the provision like whatever that requisition we are creating as a non-stock in the procurement side, that's something we can integrate with the Metal Master as well.
If there is no part number at the line item level,
you enter the text and read.
Oh.
Mainly for indirect procurement, but there is a module called supply chain collaboration, that is the Ariba one. But if you integrate with that, nothing but if you implement that module, then you can go with a part number from S4HANA.
Rohit, there is one question from my side. What is the
that you don't conduct the session, right? For collaboration, the SNC/SEC.
Yes, that is a separate part, separate course itself.
No, that will not be offered through you all.
Parminder?
As of now, we have not included it. We have pipelines of the courses, so we'll try to include in future. But as of now, we have only the one Ariba course where we have included 2 upstream and downstream. So it can come in future, but as of now, it is not. We don't have that offering of that course. But another sourcing procurement course we have in offer. We have also in offer VIM course, vendor invoice management. Also, we have offering for that course. Sourcing procurement, we are having a detailed course starting from the next week, and we'll be having a demo on Sunday for sourcing and procurement S4HANA detailed course. So that details you will be getting it from your support team.
That's solely S4HANA procurement.
S4HANA also have now features of sourcing also. ECC was only procurement. When it comes to S4HANA, they have some, I would say some flavors of sourcing is also there. So now it's sourcing and procurement. Let's say the self-service procurement is there. Okay, vendor evaluation has been added. So some flavors of sourcing has been added. New quotation processes there in S4HANA compared to ECC. Still not what Ariba provides, but compared to ECC, it has little better and changed process. So some flavors of sourcing are there in S4HANA also. That's what we will be covering in that course, sourcing and procurement S4HANA, basic and advanced. It has two legs of it.
Rohit, just one question.
Yeah, please.
Everything in SAP Ariba side controlled by SAP, right? We don't have any say in it. We cannot do anything in that. And what is the fun of learning configuration and all this? We only more concerned with Ariba integration with STP or P2P, right? If we just justify, actually, I'm not able to visualize. Suppose you undergo all SAP Ariba configuration, cycles from Ariba server side, but you don't have any say in it, right? Till you work in SAP, you are not having any control in that Ariba config and all the cycles you will do, right?
It's not like
towards
that.
P2P side, okay.
Yeah, it's not like that. So see, basically, whatever the configuration are available in the Ariba front end. So I have to open the different system itself to show the configuration part. So whatever the configuration we will able to find out. So those we are the only responsible to perform that configuration, whatever is available in the front end. Okay, so in case only like if you require if you, the customer they require to perform some development or customization, which options are not available here, or some development, just for example some like a new field creation, field name, field change, new field change, like that. So in that case only we have to reach to the our shared service team, that is SAP Ariba support team. So in that case only we have to talk to them, otherwise we are the responsible to perform those configuration what is available in the Ariba front end screen configuration.
That is from HANA side, right?
No, not HANA side, just give
HANA
me
config side. We don't have any say in SAP Ariba server, right?
we have
Or
just,
say if I'm SAP Ariba consultant,
Mhm.
right? That will I have control in Ariba server?
Yes, obviously.
Independent server Ariba.
Yeah. Not independent.
Uh-huh.
So like for which client you will work, so definitely the client will provide to you.
So I'll give a small example, maybe for the clarity.
Mhm.
So like assume that as part of sourcing activity, you need to ask a supplier some questions and you need to respond. So what are the questions to be asked and which need to be mandatory, which can be optional, that type of configuration done by Ariba consultant. So
It's a
if not,
content management portal, all the master data, configuration of catalogs, managing the supplier, those kind of falls into this category that
yeah,
Ariba
but it is
says.
not a thing that don't think that it is a user activity. Even you have to set up the process, how the procurement.
Yeah, see,
need to
basically
happen.
whatever the config option we can see in the Ariba front end. So it's not only like that a particular activity. So like for example, to set up the invoice exceptions, to configure the receiving type, to create that catalog part, or to mapping that map the commodity code. So these are the like configuration. We are the responsible only to perform this configuration.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has configuration and it has a process setup to be done.
Yes.
It can be only done by the Ariba consultant.
Right.
And
so,
yeah.
Please go ahead. No problem.
And it is not like, okay, in SAP, you'll do so many configuration. Assume that if you are doing 100% configuration in SAP HANA, maybe as a Ariba consultant, you'll be doing 50% of the configuration and 50% of the 50% of the configuration. The configuration is not complex or not very vast, but there is a requirement of configuration to be done by the consultant. So you are
in simple words, any cloud solution, it may be SAP S/4HANA cloud, or it may be Ariba, or it may be Hybris, any cloud, it is being shared by multiple clients at the same time, right? And that is the reason the core configuration, if I change the core configuration, that will impact all the other customers who are using. So that has to be restricted, that has to be done from the vendor, from SAP. If you
okay, let me complete his statement. So basically he's trying to say, like, this Ariba is a completely cloud-based solution. So right, so whenever there is a requirement to perform the core configuration, so those core configuration like has been done by the SAP Ariba team. So whatever that we can see, this configuration, these configuration are our client specific configuration, and that will be applicable only for our client. That means it will give the impact only for this our client database. Okay, for this client solution. So we have to perform, the Ariba consultant is responsible to perform this configuration what is relevant to our client specific. But in case if you have to do any like a core configuration, like we can say that some custom development, okay, so in that case we have to reach to the SAP Ariba team.
Like in a better way, S4 HANA point of view, if you look at any ABAP configuration to be done by SAP in Ariba, nothing but adding a new field or adding a table, all those things will be done by Ariba.
See, all the development Ariba has to do, because see, we do not have the database access itself.
Yeah,
this is the big limitation in the SAP Ariba side, that Ariba is not will provide us the authorization of the database access. So since we don't have DB access, we will not able to perform any development. This is the big limitation.
Yeah, that will be done by Ariba, but we need to contact them. But who will be contacting? Again, the consultant will be contacting, not the user.
We have to do. So we have to work as a mediator, like we have to capture the requirement from our customer. We have to like prepare in our document. We have to explain to the Ariba team. They will perform, and we have to perform the testing as well. So that's something we have to do.
So my point is that don't think that being a Ariba consultant, you'll be losing something, but you'll be evaluated. You'll be valued.
I'm sorry, please come again.
No. Just I'm saying that don't think that being a Arabic consultant you'll be losing so much of your credibility or your value. No, you are valued still.
Yes,
That's
yes,
my
yes, yes, yes. Even when we are implementing this Aribana, we have lots of work. It's not a very see by seeing this, it looks very simple. But when we are actually working now, we are facing lots of challenges. Even we can take one quick example about this approval workflow. So like in SAP backend system, whenever we have to configure workflow, we are taking our ABAP team help. But in SAP Ariba, we have to perform. All right. So now let's talk about something about some system architecture. So like as we have to work as a functional consultant, and even we don't have to work as a technical, but even it is very essential to know about our system architecture about the SAP Ariba. So basically SAP Ariba is a completely Java based programming, and it is supporting the Java language itself, and it is built up with the 4 tier. So we can see like we have the 4 columns here, that is external system, application server, a web server, and the client browser as well. So like this we have different that different blockage. So in the initial we can see this is the cloud browser. So this is something first tier. So whenever the customer or supplier, they will like execute this Ariba applications in their local system, they will enter the URL and the credential. So the information will be sent to the web server. So web server is responsible like to display all the content. So whatever the content that customer they would like to display, that something is controlled by the web server, and web server is linked with the application server. So in the application server, it is completely built up with the different boxes here. So for example, we can see we have HTML generator, report manager, Ariba CXML channel, persistence manager, SAP Ariba web service channel. So these are the interlinked with the web server and the external system. So when any of the information, if the customer they would like to retrieve or they would like to save, so they will like execute from their browser, it will come to the web server, and web server will reflect those information to the application server. And from the application server, like it will reach to the object model, and with the help of the object model, it will come to the persistence manager. So basically, persistence manager is a very playing a very crucial role in this application server. So the persistence manager itself is responsible either to save the data or to retrieve the data. So basically Ariba is also supporting that, taking care of the security options as well. So that when any user they would like to save any information or retrieve information, that based upon that information that they provided, so that's something the persistence manager will check, will validate, and if everything will be correct, so in that case only it will the data information will go to the database server, or it will retrieve from the database server. So same way, if the customer they have some different third party system as well, for SAP system or any non ERP system as well, so we have the flexibility, we can integrate that the third party system with our SAP Ariba as well. So that for integration we can see in the last block, that is external system. So in that we have the email server. So in that case, email server is supporting for the approval process. So that these options are available in the SAP Ariba side. So in that case, if the customer they would like to perform the approval activity outside of the box, in that case we have the flexibility, we can integrate. Same way, the CSV file is options is also available to integrate that our master data. So the information the master data information what is available in the backend SAP system or HANA system, that's something we can integrate with the help of the SAP Ariba file channel, and the information will be transmitted with the help of the CSV file in the SAP Ariba. And we have the ERP system integration as well. So in case we have ERP, if the customer they have backend system as ERP, so yes, we can integrate with the SAP Ariba. So from integration point of view, this Ariba is completely flexible. So whatever that solutions the customer they have, either they have SAP or non-SAP, or we can take any examples of the third party system. So we can simply integrate with the SAP Ariba. All right.
Like say master data transfer, right? So like we download the material master say from ECC or HANA and migrate to Ariba. So does it have all the fields like client view?
No, we have to specify the field. So basically that there we have to maintain one that Ariba specific table. So I think that table name is TVARB. So in that one we have to specify the information what we want to see. It's not supporting all the fields because in Ariba UI that they do not have the material master option. We can map only few fields. Or we can take the example of the plant information. So the plant information is something different information is available in the your SAP system, but in Ariba we have something different information. So in that case, we have to specify the field information what we want to see in the Ariba side.
So does it store view wise or
No, not
yeah, like
view.
you told plant view data, but plant have different views, right?
No, it will not store the view wise. There is no concept of the view.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Right. Okay.
okay. All right, so now let's talk about this this something security point as well. So like Ariba is a completely cloud based, and we do not have to require any install any technical software or hardware. So in that case, the customer are also they are sometimes they are like a very they're asking like either their data is secured on the web server or not, because everything they have to do online. So like the same way we are also doing when we are working on the our internet banking, and we if we have to work on the our internet, so we are also thinking either our data will be secured or not. That's something they also have this concern. So from Ariba side also the customer they will have the same concern. So in that case, the Ariba is promising that customer data is completely secured, even though they have the platform is the cloud based, and the cloud based is something it's like a shared base. But whatever that database the customer they will adopt, that database will be the customer specific, and there is no options to leak the any information of the customer. So how the Ariba they are promising to the customer that their data is completely secure due to this system architecture. Okay, so this is the system architecture that is like a inbuilt system architecture from the data security point of view. So if you see in this diagram, so we have the three security wall. We can see this is first security wall, second security wall, and third security wall. So basically these three security wall means these are the three type of filtration. So when any of the information that will be the buyer or supplier, they will give on the internet, the information will reach to the first security wall, and from the first security wall that information will get filtered. That means that the URL is correct or not, credential username or password is correct or not, and the user who would like to retrieve the information, so either that user is authorized or not. So like that the Ariba itself will validate all the information, and if the first security wall will give the green signal or go ahead signal, then only the information will pass to the different web server. And once the web server will allocate that task, so based upon the availability of the web server, that individual web server will adopt that task, and then again it same information will transmit to the second security wall. That means this is second security check. Okay, and after confirmation, after perform done by the second security check, that information will again pass to application server, and in between of application server and database server, we can see we have third security check as well. That means again that the Ariba system sorry, this system is also checking that the either the data is secured or not. And if in last, if the third security wall will provide the confirmation that everything is good, then only the information will touch to the database server. Otherwise the system will again through the error from the third security check itself. So based upon this design only, the Ariba is promising that the customer data is completely secure, though they are working on the internet, and the Ariba is a completely cloud based, but they do not have to worry from the data perspective. All right. All right. So next, this above we already discussed this Ariba is supporting this deep, the complete procurement activity. So we can see we have the analyze, plan, discover. So analyze means just to find out the scope of that purchasing. So that's something Ariba is supporting. So we have the provision. We can utilize the Ariba platform to find out the scope of the procurement, and plan. That's something we have to perform the planning. So planning in the sense we have to streamline the process, which products or which material we have to pick first to start our purchasing activity. Discover, so that discover means like finding the supplier. So discover options are available, and we can find out the supplier. We can create supplier record in the SAP Ariba, and we can perform the registration activity for supplier point of view as well. So those options are available in the SAP Ariba. Qualify and are qualify. So qualify basically it is supporting just from the supplier solutions perspective, like like a regular vendor and fixed vendor options are also available in our backend SAP system side. So same options are also available in the Ariba side. We can qualify any of the vendor. So based upon that, our evaluation, we can either qualify some supplier or we can disqualify some supplier as well. So this solution is also available. RFX, that's something like a bidding event. So Ariba is providing this bidding like options as well. So the customer, they can initiate that negotiation activity with the supplier. Okay. And once you will do the complete this RF like a bidding activity, so in the next we have to sign up a contract, and to sign up a contract, Ariba is providing that this contract module itself. And once the contract will be created, so we have to initiate that our procurement activity. So for that, Ariba is also supporting that P2P module as well. So with the help of the P2P, that customer, they can execute this like contract. They can create purchase requisition, approval, order, status, receipt, invoice, and payment. So in this way, we can say that to support a business procurement process, Ariba is just supporting that complete procurement solutions on the Ariba network platform. All right. So that's it about this like content, the course content that support team will share with you. So if you have any questions, kindly raise your question.